as supporters behind him cheer. The Union flag and the saltire look they are being flown behind him as Labour has racked up seats in Scotland.
So much
Let's listen in to the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
We did it!
Oh well, we have a Labour leader now, so they say. And then we had an election yesterday, so they say. But when I saw this video, I have a little bit of a problem. Anyway, this video is looking at it. But I had a little bit of a problem when Boris won, so we'll watch that one as well first. And then, what is it, 4 or 5 years later, they're doing the same thing. I needed to just find this picture of what I'm trying to show you. And it's on my channel quite a few times because it was one of my favourite videos I made once I saw this. But I found this little video, but I didn't realise till I put it on. My Mickey's on there. I don't think we've been together that long then, but my Mickey's on there. So anyway, we're going to play a bit of Mickey and little Diddy Boris and the great big cameraman, and you don't notice what you're looking at. What it was is that I terrorised Mikey and showed him, well, I tried to show him some of the videos that really got me, right? And this one got me, but you didn't see it straight away, did you?
No.
What do you see? Tell them what you see.
I see tiny Boris in Thailand. Like a fucking model.
And on the day, right, this tree on the video moves around all the time. It's just moving because they're putting it all together and all together, and that's what happens. But how tall do you reckon he is?
I say that. That's a fucking giant.
You know, if they wanted us to believe we've got giants, we've got giants. Look.
We've got Boris in Legoland.
So when I make these videos and people say to me that they're lizards or they are CGI or there's another reason, and I know that they've seen the problem, they've understood there's a problem, but their mind or what they've learnt says this. But when you see this, the only thing, what is it?
Like the more you look at it, the more you see it.
What is it? It's not real.
No, not now.
And
everything.
They make this years in advance. I mean, this man was supposed to have won by 80 seats or something, right? And they make him the smallest person in the video.
Yeah.
The cameraman. Look at the size of him.
Yeah.
And they put Boris in a field.
Tiny little Boris.
Tiny little Boris. Maybe that explains that he's not worth very much today. This was the video that did it, and you know I've shown this quite a few times to show you what they're doing to us. So I really struggle for people that, you know, like, we were all blind once, maybe, even you and me, we didn't understand things. But once you see things like this, there's just no way I could ever follow this again.
We have to return politics to public service. Show that politics can be a force for good. Make no mistake, that is the great test of politics in this era. The fight for trust is the battle that defines our age. It is why we've campaigned so hard on demonstrating we are fit for public service. Service is the precondition for hope. Respect, the bond that can unite a country. Together, the values of this changed Labour Party are the guiding principle for a new government. Country first, party second. That is the responsibility of this mandate? You know, 14 years ago, we were told that we're all in it together. I say to the British people today, imagine what we can do if that were actually true. Hold on to it, because it is what unity is made from. But use it to show to the rest of the country, as we must, that this party has changed, that we will serve them faithfully, govern for every single person in this country.
It actually takes quite a long time to do these videos, and it actually pains me to have to do it, because we're supposed to be 2024 and all we're looking at is cartoons, so we'll just put this little video on that I made. I try not to say too much because, well, anyway, do you see, I just stopped the footage and look at his face. Look at that. And look at their faces. Well, I think there's the same problem here as with Boris. You know, I really wish that we did have a vote, because I would have voted yesterday. Oh yeah, look at her. What do they look like? Look what they've turned into. It's just cartoons. You can see that, can't you? It's cartoons. I don't know how they get away with it at full speed, but you slow it down and it's cartoons. I think the Boris one is the best one because it's so obvious, but I was looking at this and I thought, this guy here does not look in the same perspective as her. I don't quite know how they do it because they pulled out and you could see the crowd, but she is not in the same perspective, and I have a problem with all these people. Look at that. We're going to look at this a little bit more deeply in a moment. Look at that. Oh, we're going to do it now. Look at that. They've morphed together. That is absolutely impossible if it was real. Golly, look at it. Anyway. What it was is, I actually filmed it off the television, but you can see the haziness that comes, so I couldn't really use a lot of the footage, but they've morphed together. That is absolutely impossible. It only works if it's been made. I wonder how long ago they made it. What was the point of having an election? They may as well have just stuck this out. Everybody thinks that their vote means something and it doesn't. But anyway, everything you're looking at is cartoons. Look at that, just there, look. He's superimposed. He's only in front of that person and that person's tiny, and then over here it's the other way round. Look at the cartoons. Look. See the gap there in his neck? Doesn't even look like a... Do you know who he looks like there? I'm going to put a picture in who he reminds me of, even his voice. But that person is a character that's bigger. But that's who he looks like. I'm going to stick the picture on the top. Look at his eyes, look at the face. I mean, people say he looks like Gordon Ramsay, and some of the pictures he does. But just look at the cartoons. And that girl down there, the one that's just down the bottom here, she's not right either. But I just have a problem. This is what I saw. It's when I saw these two. Now she is behind him, but she is bigger than him. See, there's the haziness that was on the film. I couldn't really use the film. It was so annoying because I didn't see it when I was looking at it, and then there it was. It's so annoying. Anyway, I just think that there's something wrong with them because they're superimposed in. She is bigger than him, yet he is in front of her. There you go, look at that. Do you see that they're not in the same perspective? They are not together. They're not real. They're cartoons. Look at that. Just look, I'm sorry, it's just... incredible. Look at the size of that one up there. It's huge. The person behind. Do you see? They're all stuck in. Well, they made Boris's video before, so they would have made his before. Look at that. See, they're not in the same perspective. Look at his head, just look at that. Look at his cartoon. Even with my haziness on there, you can see it. But that's impossible. They cannot morph together. They can't. Unless you're a cartoon with composites, CGI, whatever it is. It's not deepfake. This is not real. You just slow the footage down. You take a little bit more of a look at everything. And you realise everybody's in the wrong perspective, even to him. Look at his hands, that man. Wow, but anyway, let's just not worry about the little man there that's doing the deafen or whatever it is. But the people, if only stopped the footage. She's got a problem with her eye there. They've blanked something out there. Look at his hands. The one with the Scottish flag. Look at everybody. That's supposed to be a person. Look. Cartoons. Look. Cartoons. Cartoons. And he's almost as bad. Look at him. Look at that one. Oh, look, there's Chris Watts. Look, there's Chris Watts up there. Look at their faces. What the hell is going on? Look at him. Look at her face squished in there. Cartoons. Look at his jacket there, look. God, he looked a bit just back here. When he comes in there, I couldn't remember his name, but he looks more like John Majors, who was ex-Tory Prime Minister about 20 years ago. Oh, I've missed. There you go, look. See, that's Miss John Major. See? Oh my God, anyway. Look at his face. Keir Starmer's. What the hell is going on with him? Anyway, so his video wasn't made yesterday. They're just a bunch of actors. Oh no, they're not even actors, are they? Because they're composites. Because nobody's real. Look at his face. Look at everybody's faces. Strange. Everything looks strange. Just look at it. Cool. Look at her face up there. That one. Look, her face is just stuffed in there. Anyway, it just pains me because I can see it at full speed. Wow, look at it. There's that one again next to him. Look how small she is. Gotta fill the spaces. Look at her hand there. Look at his face. Oh, look at his. His. Well, hopefully you see it now. Cool. Yes, you want to go in our minds. That's all I want to do. Under that Union Jack, which actually should be on a warship, so that probably tells you what it's all about, governing your mind. It's very sad to see that. Anyway, it just shows you what we're living in. Thanks for watching. What's your thoughts?